Today it is 12th April 2015. Sunday morning, about 12, 11, 12. As discussed in the previous video, today the topic is on a fusion thing, how Monte Carlo simulation or method used in the simulation methods, random number generation simulation methods used, how we are going to mix that with an artistic Vaasthu principle and with an artistic build-up, with like the astronomy and astrology part of, like astrological interpretation and the astronomy part, Jyothisham, astrology, whereby the planetary distribution, it's more a science, it's more of a, it's a kind of a science. Planetary distribution is a kind of science, whereas astrology is more attributed to some kind of a Vaasthu principle, some kind of a Vaasthu, like artistic build, an attractive build-up, simulating life events into the way the planets are distributed in the universe. But in Nigudha Samkhyam technology, instead of planetary distribution, what we are done is we have taken the decimal distribution system and numerology, like in mathematics, the decimal distribution system, where we are now fusing the various planets into the decimal distribution system. Nigudha Samkhyam, we are considering this is an artistic thing, an artistic shot, a fusion picture or fusion shot, or it's a kind of fusion painting. Like the Vaasthu of the build-up, like the Vaasthu of a build-up. Maybe it could be, it may seem attractive, attractive thing to go for, like a beautiful presentation, beautiful girl, a beautiful presentation, a beautiful artist, a beautiful place in the world, tempting people to go there more. It's something like that. So in this art, we are considering kind of a Fibonacci series approach, plus we are considering 10 planets, starting from Moon, Mercury, then Ketu. I don't know what it is called in English. Ketu. Then Moon meaning Chandran, Mercury, Budhan, Ketu belong to Ketu. then Sun, Surya, then comes Guru, Vyara, Jupiter, then it is Mars, Chova, Kuja, then after that Shukra, Venus, then 8th house, it is Saturn, Shani, 9th house it's Rahu, Rahu, I don't know what it is called in English, and 10th house it's again Venus, 11th house it is again Mercury or Buddha, and 12th house there's Guligan. Guligan. You know the story of Guligan. It's from the blood of the Saturn that Guligan got formulated. Mandi. That is a story. There is a story like that. 12th house is Guligan. In Nigudha Samkhya Astrology, first house represent Moon, second house Mercury, Buddha, third house Ketu, fourth house Sun, fifth house Guru, Vyara, Jupiter, fourth house Surya, Anjam Bhava, fifth house Jupiter, sixth house Mars, Chova, 7th house Venus, 8th house Saturn, 7th house Venus or Shukra. 10th house also represented by Shukrajaya, Venus. And an interesting, in Nigudha Samkhya Astrology, 11th house, same as second house, represented by Mercury, Buddha. Taking a cue from the conventional astrology, 9th house is the lord of first house. Any house lord can be its 9th house. That is another assumption that is formulated in this Nigudha Samkhya astrological build-up in the fusion tech. Any house is the lord of any house lord is its 9th house. So 9th house lord is 5th house. In the Fibonacci approach, we should consider a Fibonacci approach in it, wherein any house first the series, Fibonacci series, it's coming like this. Fibonacci series picturization is coming like this. The next circle will be larger than the previous circle, like starting from a small circle, going up, like this. Again it goes. So in the first circle, Rahu, 9th house lord is, first circle 9th house lord is Fibonacci series second circle's 5th house. That is the 9th house lord is the planet that addresses the gaps. The egos, divine ego, 11th and 12th houses, individual ego, first house, and going beyond 9th house or 10th house, it's real passion, more passion oriented goals. Anybody could be having a dominant house. Bhavagushti meaning beneficial house. anybody could be having a dominant house for the time being. I mean, it's better for one to go with the dominant characteristic, dominant resonating characteristic more, and address the other other characteristics. I mean, lesser characteristics are minimum, or even there is a saying that you don't need to even address the lesser. Even though some people may say it's like a chain, and the weakest length strength is the chain strength. I mean, there can be argued that if it goes strong, I mean, like one goes for IAS, I mean, sacrificing is, house and other properties, putting effort in, putting some effort, sacrificing some other house, seventh house, or not going for marriage and going for IAS, sacrificing seventh house, going for education, a higher degree, or IAS meaning administrative service, and could even be considered a ninth house thing. So the point that I am bringing up, IAS, I don't know whether it can be considered a ninth house thing. It's more it's kind of a discipline. It's fourth house thing probably. Somebody who is having higher resonates with and higher probability in the fourth house, maybe he can he may not go for the other houses and go for the dominating field, and once that height is reached in one field, with the gains from that field, the other things can be either neglected or taken care of from the gains from the higher profits, from the higher, in the business terms, from the higher profits from one dominant house, taking care of the other house later, even, or welding it, or building it up again, building that non-dominant part later. That is one. That is one aspect. Why should one be chained in a chain when one can go free, like flying birds? That can be one argument. Another argument, one should take care the lesser houses. If one is passionate about it, one needs to take care lesser houses, because natural strength, one will be automatically going for natural strength. One can perform automatically, whereas you might need to take some careful observation and efforts in that. Fields where your ability is not that, but then it can be a chain also. That's one thing. That can be a disputable point in it. I may suggest the better to go for, anyway, in anyone's case, with the Nigudha Samkhya modeling, out of the 12 houses, there will be something around at least 6 houses that will be, even in Ashtavargam calculation, Lagna Bhava Ashtavargam calculation, or normal. And Lagna Bhava Ashtavargam is a better, I think it's a better artistic picture than Ashtavargam. Probably the Bhava Ashtavargam calculation also, or in Ashtavargam calculation, And there could be about 6 houses that could be dominant, and 6 houses may be below average. So while one concentrate on highest resonating house, one can also go for the other above average houses also, for a colorful some kind of a colorful presentation with about 6 houses and the lesser dominant ones. Okay, let the colorful houses bring the other houses. The thinking can be the colorful houses with its strength. Let it take care the lesser houses if needed in a what you call low profile way. So these are some of the assumptions. And again, coming back to the lots of houses, the strategy used in this thinking is that when the house in itself might be strong enough in providing a good presentation to the individual, each house, if it is strong enough. But if it is not strong enough and the individual feels that that issue needs to be addressed, then more than trying to please that particular house, the Lord of that house needs to be pleased. Okay. So in my case, I'll tell. As per Lagna Bhavashtavargam analogy, my 7th house is not whatever. It's not a great. It's not having a higher Bhavapushti, partnering house. It may not be that much beneficial for me astrologically. But if I am very particular about addressing the partnering concerns, normally that is not required actually. Whatever the house, whatever strong house, whatever one is having more strength in, those houses need to be addressed more. But if my passion is there for more with some kind of a partnering, instead of addressing the partner, partners, what I should be doing, 7th house Lord of the 7th house is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, it's 3rd house. Understood? 3rd house is of that of Ketu, and Venus is represented by 7th and 10th houses. So 7th house Lord is Fibonacci series Ketu in the next Fibonacci series. 7th house Lord is 3rd house. Ketu in a sense also represent a kind of what I call it, Sholakshmi. Sholakshmi, that there are two kinds of Lakshmis. Venus has got 7th and 10th house representation. So 7th house Venus goddess is Mahalakshmi in the third house. Mahalakshmi represented by Ketu in third house, like a kind of fashion show programs. Fashion show Lakshmi. Coffee guys, like that. And 10th house Lord, 10th house Venus goddess or Mahalakshmi is 6th house. 6th house is represented by Mars. It is more a kind of a Pada Lakshmi. Lakshmi who toil hard and make things. That is the 10th house goddess. As per Nigudha Samkhya Astrology, it is Pada Lakshmi. And 7th house, if one is aiming at 7th house placement, is aiming at placing a resonance more fun with a weak 7th house, it should be going for. There is another thing that is to be noted. It is that if one's third house is strong enough, okay, then the resonance need not come in. Third house placing of Lakshmi need not come as a 7th house partnering, but as a third house, more benefits with the third house in a beneficial way, which in turn can lead to which in turn can be used for probably 7,000. Post in Facebook that I did 347 or 743, like something like that. I had a thread like that. So that's it. When we come to, so first house, it's moon. Moon's god is Devi, Bhagavati. It's Parvati or goddess. So when you want to place, powers, you want to be healthy, it's better to go for first house is represented by health. Health of one is represented by first house. Then we should go for Radhasa Saranam or worshipping Parvati Devi or Rahu. Rahu is another 9th house equivalent is Rahu. Then second house god is in 10th house. And even if you want to make money, higher bartering ability, you should be worshipping the what god? 10th house god. And if one is weak in his bartering ability in second house, better to go for worshipping the 10th house. Like work is worship. Sukrajaya, Venus, or Mercury is god Saraswati, goddess Saraswati. So if 10th house is good enough, you might get great work, and in turn your second house also might get satisfied. Second house, if you are not that good in, your second house is not that strong enough or beneficial enough, you might be getting the work, and it may not be that much enough for there could be some always below satisfaction points for weaker bhavas. Even with worship, I don't know. Even with parihara margas, could be there and need not be there too. So this is an artistic tool. Third house Ketu is God is 11th house Ganapati Ganesha, 11th house Ganesha, represented by Ketu, Mercury. And fourth house Sun's God is, and fourth house, ninth house, 12th house, the sacrifice, Lord Krishna, Sri Krishna. I mean, as per Nigudha Samkhyam Astrology, it is Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, Mahabali, and sacrifice, Carnors and house. These things come under 12th house aspects, and it's a Fibonacci series. In Fibonacci series, let me put it once again. Fifth house Lord is first house, Lord Indra. I mean, in one series it could be Lord Indra. Another Fibonacci series could be Lord Vishnu. I mean, it's a bigger Fibonacci series, and it's a bigger. It could, and another big. Lord Vishnu. Like Milky Way represented by. It's a larger representation, still larger representation. The Milky Way, Akasha Ganga. Just like Lord Vishnu is. Vishnu, the word meaning itself is that, it's Sarvavyapi, it's everywhere. So Akasha Ganga could be a representation of Lord Vishnu in one Fibonacci series, and another Fibonacci series it could be Lord Indra. In another Fibonacci series it could be one's own health, addressing one's own health, or Damwala Indra. Addressing one's own health means keeping the desires, minimum desires, keeping the minimum desires fulfilled. That is in one Fibonacci series. It can be like that also. Lord Vishnu, first house, represented by the first house, and that is the Lord of fifth house. Fifth house represented by Vyaya, Jupiter, and then fifth house is the Lord of ninth house. Ninth house is Rahu. Rahu's Lord is Shiva, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, Brihaspati, etc. are represented by Devaguru Brihaspati. Lord Shiva. In one series it could be Devaguru Brihaspati. In another series it could be Lord Shiva. Fibonacci series. The Fibonacci series, the fifth house can be represented by. Bhavanatmaka, the artistic mentality, artist. In one series it could be artist, placing the artist. Children can be there in one series. Fifth house representation. Sixth house, it's Mars. It's Lord Subramanya. And sixth house, ninth house is second house. So it is bartering ability. Bartering ability can be represented as Subramanya in one Fibonacci series. Another Fibonacci series, it can even be represented as Mercury. And another, it could be something else. Higher bartering ability can be many things. So cash power, that can be a Guhamanishya, cavemanship. That can be a reading. That can be a reading of bartering ability in one sense. And seventh house Lord. Seventh house is Venus. Seventh house Venus Lord is Padalakshmi. Not Padalakshmi, it's Sholakshmi. Like Fashion Lakshmi. Fashion Lakshmi is third house. Ketu. That is third house. You can remember all the stories of Srinivasan. Sholakshmi. Lakshmi is there to show off, to make show off. That is the seventh house Lord and Goddess of seventh house. And Venus God, Goddess. And eighth house is Saturn. Saturn's Lord is, as per our Nigudha Samkhyam Astrology, it is fourth house represented by Lord Ayyappa, Lord Dharmashastra, Lord Tirupati, Tirupati, Lord of Tirupati, and even Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba, Sri Satya Sai Baba. Tirupati Bhagavan. Once, there is a stated event in what I call Kottapati. That Bhagavan himself telling that why you go for Kshitramaga? I myself is there in Shagarinaga. There are statements there. So Lord of Saturn, it's for those fun. Tirupati Bhagavan. Ayyappa, Lord Ayyappa, Lord Shastra, Lord Dharma Shastra, or even Lord. Different Fibonacci series might be having different places. In Kerala it could be there, Dharma Shastra. Other places it could be Tirupati, Balaji, and in some other place it could be what do you call Satya Sai Baba, or some other places it could be people who are police, army, disciplinarians. Discipline can be fourth or something. Education, college education, such things. So, some Vibhanaki series worshipping such people can give strength to 8th house success. If somebody's success is low, normally it is okay if the Bhava Pushti is like strength of each Bhava is 8th house. If it is amply strong enough, it gives you without what do you call naturally it gives you strength, success, and Bermuda Triangle secrets. Lot of if that is not that great enough, it's better to worship. It's not that for success, it need not be good enough to worshipping 8th house. If success is not coming, if the success Bhava is not there, it's better to go for the God of success. God of success is 4th house, discipline. One is naturally not getting that. Okay. 9th house Lord is 5th house. I discussed. I told already. I already told Rahu's Lord Shiva. 10th house Venus is work Lakshmi. Work. 10th house Venus Lord is work Lakshmi. 6th house. 6th house Mars. 6th house Lakshmi. Girls, ladies who work hard and make money, hard earned money, making ladies. That is 6th house. 7th house, is the god of 11th house. Ganeshas. Buddhan, Mercury. Saraswati, goddess Saraswati. 7th house. Represented by again goddess Saraswati. Venus is a representation. It comes that Venus is a representation of actually the goddess Saraswati only. That is in one Fibonacci series we call in Nigudha Samkhya Astrology what we call Venus. In another Fibonacci series it could be Saraswati. Then 12th house Lord and sacrifice Lord, it's what I call Guligan. 12th house is Guligan, represented by hemoglobin, like hemoglobin. My name is Anthony Gonzalez. That Northern Parentany movie, there's a song like that. Hemoglobin in the atmospheric pressure. Coefficient of the linear is just a position from the hemoglobin of the atmospheric pressure, or something like that. So hemoglobin content that is represented by 12th house and its god is 8th house, that is Lord Hanuman. We give the project, Lord Hanuman is actually treated as the god of 12th house. It's a Bermuda Triangle. It's a Bermuda Triangle. 8th house is Bermuda Triangle. So success, sacrifice. If we are not benefiting from sacrifices, one needs to worship the success of Lord Hanuman. So that's it, and it's almost 35 minutes, and it's bye bye. I'm signing off. Good night. Bye bye, sir.